There's a saying, if you get something for free, you're probably the product. Today, I want to talk to you about an upcoming life sim farming RPG coming to both PC and mobile. This is Moonfrost, a pixel art based game that honestly it looks pretty good, and it's currently looking for alpha players. On their site, they promise small gameplay features like go anywhere, be anyone, and meet everyone. You know, deep and informative statements that I couldn't pull out of a fortune cookie. Best of all, it's free to play. Now, this game is super early in development and has practically no real information about it, so why am I talking about it? Well, that's because I stumbled upon this tweet from the Cafeella, link to this in the description, shout out to them, and they called out the game for not disclosing on their website that basically the entire game is based off of blockchain and NFTs, which, you know, sounds bad, and there's no mention here at all of any of this, which raises the question, is Ella right? In order to find out, we can look over at some of their investors, which are linked at the bottom of the page. And let's just click around some of these. First, we have Pantera, who is an institutional asset manager focused exclusively on blockchain technology. Well, that doesn't sound very good. And then we have Animoca Brands, who are driving digital property rights via NFTs. Blockcore, we firmly believe in the endless possibility of Web3. What about Griffin Gaming Partners? Oh, so most of their investors are almost exclusively based on Web3. But that's not really too uncommon. I mean, some of Palea's investors are based off of Web3. So what's going on here? Is the game really going to be completely NFT and Web3 blockchain based? Okay, so I dug just a little bit further, and over on their Oxalis Games page, which, well, they're promising game dev experience from industry-leading studios like Epic, Mediatonic, Unity, Natural Motion, Sumo, Ubisoft, and more. I'm starting to think that when studios do something like this, it's a cry for attention, and they're really just trying to pull people in despite not really having anything to show about it. But if you looked at the top, you might notice something. On Block Data, which is a site that, you know, tracks blockchain companies, Oxalis Games exists, and their key objective is to change the reputation of crypto games from a negative one to a positive one. And they're doing this by not disclosing that they're a blockchain game. So, was Ella right? Absolutely. Okay, Editor Dwighty here, and I forgot to include one little key factor. What are NFTs exactly, and why is this warning here? So, the blockchain is basically it's a ledger. It tracks transactions, and when you buy an NFT, you are essentially buying a link to something. So in a game's case, you get a hat, you get an NFT that is a link to that hat, says that you own the hat, really you own the link, and the hat can be changed at any time. And this makes it possible to buy and sell that link to other people for money. But first you have to buy it from someone else, so it becomes a little bit like a pyramid scheme. But the best explanation that's a little bit off is from Samantha Lane here, Slane Photo. Somebody explained it like buying a star. You know, those companies that sell you a star, they send you a certificate, but they don't actually have the right to sell that star to you. And they'll probably sell that same one to 50 other people and just claim that they've, you know, sold it, but you're still spending money on them. But that's beyond the scope of this explanation. Basically, they're selling you a link to something, telling you you own that thing and that you can sell it to other people. Historically, the values of NFTs have always gone down, So if you're a first adopter, you're basically just surviving off of selling it to other suckers who come after you, believing that they'll make a profit, which is the entire business model of an MLM. And I don't know how these are legal. There you go. That's me, Editor Doity. Back to the video. So at this point, if you're still wondering why I'm making a video based off of a game that's still so far out, well, that's because it's probably some form of scam at your expense, because that's what most NFTs are. Trust me, they've been going down in value for the last years. If you like this video and my honest disposition when it comes to covering games, then leave a like and subscribe. It really does help out as we're pushing towards 1,000. Slowly. Backwards. Here's a list of people that make videos like this possible, and thank you for watching. I'm starting to think that this is a cry out. I'm starting to think that doing something like this is a cry for attention, that people still work. I'm starting to think that doing stuff like this is just a cry out for attention in a world. If you like this video and you like my honest disposition,